Hello everyone, I am Mr. Law from Excel Software. Today, I want to share with you how to set the document numbers in Autocount. For example, how to set your invoice number and how to configure the first number. Here, I will divide it into several parts. The first part is, for each document, we can set its different number. We can also set these numbers according to the year and month. How exactly is it set? Without further ado, let me show everyone. The numbering format in Autocount is in General Maintenance, then Document Numbering Format Maintenance. Here, it is divided into different documents, like sales documents are here, and those AR, AP are in GL here. Receiving money is cash received, and paying money is cash payment. For example, in this invoice here, we can set many different sets of numbers. Let's say I want to set one for IPO. We start with IP for IPO. Here it's IP, okay? IV. Different places have different document numbers. If it's for KL, then KLV. Different states have different numbers, and then I'll put an arrow. And how many zeros? The number of zeros is the digit. Here's a sample. Have you seen it? This is the sample. This is its running format. After saving, you see it's not the default yet. Default means that when it runs in the future, it will always start with this number. If you want to set it as the default, you go to Manage. Then here, select this IPO format. You want to set it as the default format. Then it will become the default format. Of course, you need to refresh it. Then it will save that format in. So in the future, every time you open, it will follow this number. And if you don't want, this is 5 zeros, which means 5 digits. If you don't want to start with 1, this format starts with 0001. If you want a lucky number and want to start with 8000, then you need to change this number to 8000. If you want to start with 8001, then change this number to 8001, and then in the next number here, replace this number. So now its sample is IP08001. This is the first number. How do we confirm? Then you go back to that document. Let's say this document is a sales invoice. You just knew. In this new section, its number will go to IPv08001. You see auto count here at the top is the next possible number. Here new, it will not run that number. The reason is you might have several colleagues working on the same invoice. So whoever saves the file first will get the 08001 number, and the second person to save will get 08002. It is the next possible number, and here it is new. We shouldn't change this new thing. If you slightly change that number, it will run according to the number you changed. Do you see? Once you enter it, the invoice number will follow the number we input. Also using the auto count system, don't manually enter the number. We set the auto running number, then go to general maintenance, document numbering format maintenance to set the auto running number. This way, when we issue an invoice or open the office, PIMO is easy to learn, and it will automatically generate these numbers based on the format we set. When we issued this invoice earlier, it was according to this IPIV. We have already set it according to this system, so when all colleagues log in, it presets according to this number. You can also manually change to another format. Let's say you want this to run 4 numbers, 4 digits, then choose 4 digits here. This is the manual way. Well, manually, you might worry that when a new employee comes in, they might accidentally choose the wrong one. If they accidentally choose the wrong one, it will cause your number to run incorrectly. Alright, so here are some small tips. Let's say you have a branch in Ipoh and a branch in KL. Ipoh has its own number and KL has its own number. Here, for KL, you open another set of numbers, KLIV-50. And the first number you want to run is 88, 8008, 8008. You just put 8008 here. This is the KL number. Autocount has another function where you can assign different numbers to different employees. If the employee is from IPO, you assign them the IPO number. If the employee is in KL, you assign them the KL number. Here's an example. Let's say you can similarly, you find this invoice, and then on top there's a manage here. In manage here, it has this assign document numbering format to user. Then you select this and you can set low. This low, the format used is KL invoice format. After setting it up, we now test. Oh, this is the admin's invoice number is IPO's IPEV, which is the default number set for the entire system. If we don't assign a special number for the employee, it will follow the default. If this particular employee has a different number, we try to log in this employee. Try logging in this employee from KL. Let's look at his invoice number. When he runs, we open a new invoice number and it runs. According to this KL format, these are some settings. Let's see what other settings there are. Mama, setting the entire system's default. I have already explained this now. Setting different users. I have already explained this. Now we can use different months and different years to run different numbers. For example, this is YYMM. YY is the year, MM is the month. You see, this bracket and this arrow are different. You need to use this format and there is an alliance. If you don't set the alliance, it will follow the computer's date. If you set the alliance, it will follow the date of your document. There is a slight difference. There is a slight difference here. Be careful and pay attention. Let's enter the system and see how it operates. You are in general maintenance. Document numbering format maintenance. This year and month formats are usually for internal documents, rarely for external ones. External ones are sales invoices. So these external ones are for outside use, because when they will check why you are not following the sequence. Usually these year and month settings are more for internal documents like purchase invoices, BO, officer receipts. Wait a moment. We will set the year and month. As for how to set it, you select this format and then press new. This is for the purchase invoice year and month. Month, month, year, year. You set that format, and if you don't remember the format, just look at the sample below. The sample below is PI dash, then you have to type alliance YY. You don't have to use Y, but be careful, Y is a lowercase y. You don't have to type all four of them. If you want a shorter year, just use 2 lowercase y's, then a capital M, and then close it. After closing, it's a dash, however many digits you want. If you want 3 digits, just put 3 digits, and that's enough, then you add a year. In the old version of Autocount, you had to add many years, because every year you had to come back here to add. The new version will automatically add the next year for you. In the new version, as long as we add the managed fiscal year, it will automatically add another year. So we don't need to come back here every time to adjust the year. You just need to add the first year, and that's okay. If you have entered the year 2024, you manually change to 2024 before adding 2025, so that in 2025, each month will have a different first number. You see, the year 2024 has the first number, and 2025 has the first number. It is like this. For each year, each month, what is the last number it reaches? For example, in February, it reaches number 8. Intentionally changed it. So let's take a look at the system. We save it. Remember to set it as default. If I forget to set it as default, I'll have to do it manually. So if you want to set it as default, in the manage section, set the year and month. After setting it, refresh, and it will update. Then in the purchase invoice format, it will go by year and month. So the purchase invoice can be accounts payable or purchase. So here in accounts payable, you create new and you see its number follows our document date. Oh, if you change it to November, then it's November. Just in February, we set it to 008. You see February 008. See, the next possible number goes to 008. So it will automatically. You can also, if you want a dash in this format, put a dash. If you don't want a dash, don't put a dash. According to your own needs. And if you want to add some prefix at the end, you can do that too. If you say you want to put KL at the end, you can do that as well. The system will just auto-run the numbers within the arrow, or auto-run. So as long as you save the first number, the second number will jump to 002. So make sure not to manually change this number. If you manually change it, it won't be automatic anymore. So let the system run automatically. For example, this is KL's. We open the format and another document. Just open any document, then we save it. After saving, the system will automatically jump to 002. 002, it's that simple. Let's see if there are any other special settings. This setting has some other factors like officer receipt and payment voucher. Officer receipt and payment voucher are for payments, right? So sometimes we pay with Maybank and we need to follow Maybank's format. If we pay with cash, we use the cash format. For formats like Maybank, we use MPV. And for cash, we use CPV. We need to follow the running number according to our payment method so that later when we check, it's easier to verify if we missed any checks. Oh, this cannot default to that format, unlike the purchase invoice. For the purchase invoice, once we set a format, anyone can directly issue the purchase invoice according to that number format. But for the payment voucher, we follow the payment method, which means whatever you use to pay, it will... This is a bit, almost a little more. How exactly does it work? Okay, now let's take a look. So similarly, here it is also document numbering format maintenance. But here, we don't need a default. Actually, you can have a default or not. Default means no matter what, bank or check, it must follow this format, so you default it. For example, if I want to add a Maybank payment voucher, I just create new. This is MPB's payment voucher. Here, you just put MPB, and however many digits you need, you put that many digits, then save it. For this, we don't have a default. And when you open a payment voucher and then open a payment voucher in the cash book, it doesn't allow you to switch to Maybank. There's no place for you to switch to Maybank. It's based on your payment method. Let's say I choose cash. It will run as cash. If I run bank, but I haven't set up the bank yet, so it will run as default. If I want to set Maybank, okay, it is MPB, then I need to go to the payment method settings. Where is the payment method? In general maintenance, payment method maintenance. Payment method maintenance, this is for checks. I just edit. Below there is the preset format. This is the officer receipt. This is called received document. And so the one given out is called payment. For payment, we need to follow MPB. We set MPB. And after setting it up, we open the cash book and payment voucher again. You see, if I choose cash or CPV, but if I choose check, it's MPB. Well, if you select both cash and Maybank check at the same time, then it depends on which one is on top. It follows the first one. If the first is cash, then it's cash. Even if the second one is a check from Maybank, it won't follow Maybank. It follows the first payment method. This is the concept of the whole setting. Oh, this is not related to the document. This is related to the payment method. If it concerns payment. The most basic payment is payment, the officer receipt, and payment voucher. Let's take another look at any special options. Okay, I already explained manual insert earlier. If you go and change the number yourself, it won't auto-run. Here, if you want to prevent your employees from making changes, there's actually an access right. In the access right here, they can't change it and can't select another format. They must strictly follow the format you set and they can't change it themselves. What should we do? Let's take the previous example, the invoice format. The invoice format, currently it can still be changed, or currently it can still be switched to the KL format or the LiPo format. So now I will lock it. Suppose I want to lock this lock. It can only change, it cannot change the KL one. It is set to the KL format. Then we go to general maintenance, access right, go search for that document number. If you don't want to search for the document number, you see there are many here, including invoice and cash sales. Now we are dealing with cash sales. You still do it manually. Look for invoicing, sales below, then find invoice and find the one that can change. Or can change the document numbering format and can edit. Edit means you manually change it, or can change means you change the format. Let's say this. We remove it, admin cannot change. Now we open the sales invoice again. When it comes in, here you can't change this format and you can still manually enter the number yourself. If you don't want the employee to change even the manual entry, go back to access rights here. Similarly, we find the previous setting. Here at can edit document number, we also remove it. This way, it will never make a mistake. It must follow your method to issue the document with that number. Alright, so I hope this video can help everyone. This is the entire video about how to set the running number in Autocount and how to prevent employees from making mistakes. I hope this video can help everyone. Thank you.
Autocount Accounting, the most comprehensive accounting software, your first choice.